Hey folks, there is so much to say about this amazing oil. I'm going to try to keep it short, but I may go on a little bit about this. I'm going to try to do a little bit of the science and then a little bit of how I use it and how I've heard other people use it. A little of the science, as we mentioned earlier in this class or in another class if you're seeing this video. Essential oils are made up of three constituents: phenols, monoterpenes, and sesquiterpenes. And the phenols and the sesquiterpenes, they do things like help clean up the receptor sites in your cells and in your brain, things like that, in your cells. And frankincense has a whole lot of monoterpenes. The monoterpenes are the thing that they inhibit toxins, and they also, I have to look at my notes here, the monoterpenes also reprogram the cells that were kind of messed up. So that's a little of the science as I understand it. I am just learning about this, so there are parts that I might have a little bit shaky, but feel free to Google those terms and look it up yourself. Ways that I use frankincense. I use it for my skin. I use it topically. I put a little bit into a roller bottle, 10 milliliter roller bottle. I put 10 drops into the roller bottle, and then I fill it with grapeseed oil, and I use that for my face. It's really good for skin. I also use it for emotions. Today was a particularly rough day, and I was diffusing it at school with a little bit of copaiba, because that also works for me with emotions. And I'm going to try to talk about these feelings that I have and emotions using FDA compliant terminology. The FDA doesn't want us to say that oils can cure certain things or fix certain things, even though some of us have had some success using them for certain things. So I'm going to try to not use any of those words that are a little not okay with the FDA. For example, there are days where my emotions get so big and so they kind of take control of me, and my brain doesn't stop thinking about certain things. And I just get kind of like this. Do you know what I'm talking about? Frankincense helps me with that. It is full of, I have to look at my notes here, something called beta-caryophyllene, which is a great calming constituent for your brain. It's neurobrain soothing. I take a drop and I put it under my tongue. I have a friend who takes a drop, puts it on her thumb, and puts it to the roof of her mouth for a while. That's for when those moments where you are just really like this, it's almost sort of attacking you. Know what I mean? So I use it personally for that. I also know people who have the opposite experience with their emotions, where their emotions, they're feeling really down, very blue. Maybe the emotions are a little bit hard to access, sort of, if you know what I mean. And they have found that frankincense does the opposite thing. It sort of raises them up. It balances. So it's a great balancing oil for your emotions. It also can be used, the list, if you look at any, if you look at a reference app, the list, it supports the function of the limbic system, endocrine system, respiratory, circulatory, tissue, blood, nervous system, and emotions. I also know some people who get a type of head pain that is so strong that they're just laid out, you know. And some people have found that frankincense assists them with that, either just smelling it or putting some in the back of their neck. Once again, putting a drop underneath your tongue. Frankincense is, well, all Young Living oils are ingestible, except for one or two, and we can address that in another class, but frankincense is. So those are some of the things that I use oils for. People can post down below other things that they use frankincense oil for. Sorry, I slipped up on that. And I got to cut it short because I talked a lot. So thank you for watching, and this is an amazing oil. It's good for a lot of things that I don't even know how to use it for, but other people can post about it.